Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last panel of this year's East European Comic Con. Are you guys excited? Yeah. I hope you enjoyed all our guests and all the panels, and we really hope we're going to see you next year. My name is Maria, and I'm going to be your host for this panel. You probably know our guest for... Yeah, exactly. You probably know our guest for his work in Heroes, Vampire Diaries, Once Upon a Time, iZombie. But in the next hour, I want to find out more about him. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. David Anders.
Wait, just sit down.
This is not Mr. David Anders.
Hey, the next guy needs a really great welcome from you. Not like this, Mr. David Anders, what? So, the next guest will be Mr. David Anders!
Hi, everybody. That's a lovely Andre. And a lovely Maria.
Thank you.
How do you do? I'm gonna sit. Do you mind if I sit?
Sit. Do whatever you want. Just do it. How do you feel today?
I feel pretty good. This is the swan song. This is am I the closer? Am I the last panel of the day?
Exactly.
I believe so. Yeah. So yeah.
Last but not least.
I've had a lovely time in Bucharest, getting to know you all of you, who I've met, and I look forward to coming back here sometime in the future.
Let's hope so. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask David some questions. But if you guys have questions, just line up there in front of the mic. Oh, okay. Yeah. And we're going to stop and get your questions. So, David, can you describe yourself in 3 words, like using 3 adjectives?
Huh. Crazy?
Yeah.
My mother's son, that's 3 words. So then that means I'm sweet. Because my mother is the sweetest person on the planet. Talented?
Yeah.
That's really humble. It's really humble of me, isn't it?
Awesome. Are you a method actor?
No. I can't claim to be that at all. Sometimes if I need to be in pain, like I will literally inflict harm on myself. So I guess there's some aspects where I am a method actor, but no, I'm just a mimic. I just say words. You put me in place and I'll say the words. Yeah. I don't dig that deep.
Okay, when did you realize you want to do acting? Like, what was the moment that you're like, yes, this is what I want to do?
I mean, I was always good at being kind of like the class clown, but I was always ruled by sports. I was very good at football and basketball and tennis and baseball but I think when I sat on the bench for the first time in my life in basketball, and I was always on the court playing. I sat on the bench and I was like, I don't ride the bench, man. So I quit and auditioned for the play, and I got the lead. I thought, oh, geez, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at this. And my director and my teacher, she said, you need to pursue this. So I think when Miss Scudstead, she said, you need to go pursue this. You need to do this. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe. But I did tell, I don't know who was in this room the other day, there was I had told this story the other day, so anyway, sorry, you're going to hear it again. When I was a sophomore in high school, you know, when you have to like read a story, and you go around the room, around the classroom, and everybody reads a page. And someone requested to our teacher, they said, they asked, can David read every page in a different voice? And she looked at me and she was like, I don't know, can you? And I was like, I'll give it a shot. And you know, so, you know, I'd be English on one page, I'd be Russian on another page, I'd be super gay on another page. And then I realized like the power of acting. So I think that was the moment. Awesome. I realized, yeah, the power you have over a room, you know.
Awesome. We have some questions, so let's go.
Hi, David.
I'm gonna take my sweater off. Do you guys mind?
No.
You guys mind if I take my sweater off? It's very hot up here.
Sorry.
Okay. So, it's a boring one, but I know you weren't asked on my watch this. So, if you were to wake up with a superpower, what would that be and why?
If I was to wake up with a superpower.
Yeah, one morning, random morning.
Wait. Sorry. For one day, one morning, one what?
No, just wake up one morning with a superpower. You can keep it for everything.
Oh, I think it would be pretty rad to time travel, wouldn't it? Is that a superpower? I think it's a superpower. Yeah, that would be
Depends
pretty.
what fandom you ask.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, okay, if we're gonna go traditional like Marvel, DC superpowers, I'd say flying. That would be pretty rad. I'd like to do that. I'd like to be up there. Yeah. What would you want, Julia?
I'm not sure if reading many books at the same time or being able to drink an entire bottle of wine without getting drunk.
I think I already have that power.
There, you're a superhero. Thank you.
I'm a superhero.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering if there's someone in the acting industry that you really admire, or there's someone that influenced you somehow, or basically your role model, if you have one.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is an idol of mine. He's kind of it. In my home, I have, in the long hallway, there's all my idols that are framed. Sadly, Philip Seymour Hoffman has passed on, and Peter Sellers has passed on. Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Sean Penn. Those are my guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, hi.
What's up?
So I have simple questions for you. Basically, you are mostly known for playing bad guys. Evil guys, witty, funny, but bad guys. What is it that attracts you to bad guys? Or do you just happen to play them just because that's the role you're given? Or do you find them fun?
It's not my doing, you know what I mean? The bad guys find me, it seems.
All right.
Hype man. Andre the hype man. But I mean, you know, every bad guy that I've played since Julian Sark on Alias is a result of that, and you know, we either have J.J. Abrams to thank or to blame for
Well, thank you.
me forever playing bad guys. But you know, the only reason I have a career is because of that man and that part. So, hell, if that's all I ever get to play as bad guys, that's fine by me. It's a lot of fun. But I think there's an ingenue. I think there's an ingenue in my future. I think I could be the lead. No, I can never be the lead.
All right, thank you.
Hello. Okay, so basically being an actor also means being an artist. So I like to ask you, do you think that you need suffering in order to create art?
Yes, I used to think that, yeah, wholeheartedly. Yeah. In order to convey certain aspects of the human condition, you need to go through it. Yeah. I do think that, but you know what? It's all pretend at the end of the day. So you don't have to become a heroin addict to convey being a heroin addict. You don't have to, do whatever terrible to yourself. But I think we've all known suffering, haven't we? So
Yeah, in a certain form.
yeah. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I used to. I used to. Yeah, she asked me if I'm a method actor. Like, I used to need to take myself places that whatever character, whatever situation was in. But I've dialed that back. Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
No,
You're an
it's
actor.
not about those kind of things. Like, I consider that you have to know how to learn from what you perceive.
What?
So it's not that kind of suffering like a tragic event. I think that wait a minute. I am talking about what you feel. For example, when you have to do a character, you have to understand it firstly, above all, chiefly.
Yes.
So I think you need to go somehow through what he is going.
I just ripped my pants listening to this question. Look at this. Look at this. I just ripped my pants. I'm trying to wrap my mind around this question, and my brains came out my legs. Okay, yeah. Suffer for your art, right?
Yeah.
Suffer for your art. Yeah, I'll suffer for my art. I have suffered for my art. So, I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hi. Somebody already asked you about being a bad guy in everything you play. Now I'm going to ask you about the heroes who are your enemies. Between Hiro Nakamura and Liv, who would you choose as your favorite enemy?
Okay, I'm sorry. I ripped my pants. I just spilled water on myself. Is this a heroes question, or you said Liv? Is this an iZombie question? I'm very confused.
Both. I asked you who would you prefer between Liv and Hiro?
Liv and Hiro to work with, like between Rose and Mossy.
No, put yourself in the skin of the villain, Adam, or even if you're an immortal hero, anti-hero, or a zombie. Who would you like? Who did you like more as your enemy, Liv or Hiro?
Oh well, I mean, Hiro was a pretty good. He was a pretty good adversary, and he was, they were friends before that. He became his enemy. I mean, and if I can speak to the actors, it's just a delight to go to work and have scenes with Rose every day, and it was an equal delight to go to work and have scenes with Mossy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hiro on this one because that was very, high drama.
Did Dwayne really lose his memory, or is he fainting?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Okay, thank you.
Not allowed. Mum's the word.
Hello.
Hi.
So, what is your favorite musical, and which part would you like to play in it?
Jesus, this is crazy because at Les Mis, that's my stock answer.
Yes.
That's always been my stock answer. But I'm sorry, I just saw Hamilton over the Christmas break, and holy Moses, it's a special friggin' show, and you don't have to be American to love it. You don't have to know anything about American history. It's God, it might be better than Les Mis, Maria. You'll be back, time will tell. I remember that I loved you well. So, yeah, anyway. Alexander Hamilton. His name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait. You're gonna love it if you see it. You're gonna love it.
So my question is around your character Frankenstein in Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
So in that kind of TV show is the fact that the characters are like living in a daily life basis, but they're actually like fantasy characters. How was that to play a kind of something like that, a character like that?
Yeah, it's very much a comic book show, that show. I mean, and I'm on another comic book, a show that was actually based on a comic book. It's awesome. It's truly awesome to get swept up in this alternate crazy reality. I've done a couple of like CSI Miami, like one episode, but I've never been like a regular, and that almost feels like torture, like it would be a trap to just go in and tell that same, case of the week kind of story every week. So yeah, it's a treat. It's an absolute treat. We're getting paid to pretend. Might as well really pretend,
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi again.
Hi. Hey, there's the elf.
Yay.
Hey, darling.
I have a very serious question.
Ooh.
What is your favorite word?
Word?
Yes.
Fuck. I do throw away the word genius a lot. Like, dude, it's so genius. So, fucking genius. Probably be a good collection. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. If you could be God for a day, like in Jim Carrey's movie, what would you do?
If I could be God for a day.
Yes.
God for a day?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anything you want.
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't a cool thing to be to stop the polar ice caps from melting, to stop world hunger, to have give everybody access to water?
And
I
for
don't
yourself?
know. What's that?
For yourself.
Oh, nothing. I would do nothing for myself.
Thanks.
I don't want for much, so yeah.
Hey, I would like to ask you, whose idea was that scene from Once Upon a Time when you are asked, what's up with that hair color?
What?
In Once Upon a Time, you were asked, what's up with that hair color?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that was due to iZombie, right? So. Eddie Kitsis, one of the creators of Once, he contacted me, said, dude, you want to come back to the show? And I was like, yeah, I'll come back for a day. You were going to have to like throw a super temporary dye in my hair, this crap that you see before you today, in order to, me to properly convey Dr. Whale again. And he's like, no, dude, you're going to keep the hairstyle that you wear on iZombie. It's going to be great. We're going to do a joke about it. We're going to compare you to Jennifer Morrison, who had the real blonde hair, and I think it was fun. It was a wink to everybody who watches both shows.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, me again.
Hey, what's up, brother?
So I was afraid that this question wouldn't really work, but since you already sang, I was gonna ask you if you could sing Danny Boy, because that was one of the best aha
Never
moments.
request.
No?
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. Look at this. Just everybody keep asking me to sing songs. I will answer your question.
Hi. I'm an action figure collector. I have like 300 or 400 action figures. And this year, Diamond Select launched iZombie Live More action figure. We will have this year a Blaine action figure.
Yeah, Blaine is next up, actually. Yeah,
Awesome.
so cool.
Thank you.
I don't know what props he's gonna have, because you know she had her brains and her bowl of ramen and hot sauce. So I don't know what Blaine's gonna have. I'm sure there'll be a butterfly knife.
That's
and
awesome. I'm getting ready for a pre-order. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I was wondering if you could eat anyone's brain and take their abilities, who would it be?
Who would you eat? Who would you eat, Maria?
Meryl Streep's.
Yes.
Definitely.
Meryl Streep. That's a good one. She took that one. Damn it. Justin Bieber. Because, you know, I'd like to see what that's all about, and he'd be dead. No, we don't wish ill on the Biebs. Come on. It's some great music.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
It's Kat, by the way.
I see you.
Yeah. So we were wondering, you were telling us on Friday at the VIP party that you're called, well, you were trying to write Diamond Dave at the bowling alley, and we were wondering why are you called?
Well, there's some friends that family friends of mine that I really looked up to that were like 5, 6 years older than me. And on the basketball court, I was playing basketball with them one day, and they just started calling me Diamond because I couldn't miss one day. They started calling me Diamond Dave, and Diamond Dave is, of course, that's what David Lee Roth, back in the day, Van Halen, they called him Diamond Dave, David Lee Roth. So every time I would bowl, every time I put my name in, I'd just write Diamond Dave.
Thanks.
There's the connection.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi. I have a once upon a time question. If you were to play the dark one, if you were to play Rumpelstiltskin, what would you change in your approach? How would you portray him? Would you have, I don't know, any kind of catchphrase like "Hello, dearie" or something?
Hello, dearie.
Dearie.
Hello, dearie.
Yeah, stuff like
Something
that.
like that. I don't know. I don't know if I would. You can't really top Bobby Carlyle, so I would. I mean, I'm sure I'd come up with my own stuff, but yeah, I would love to get a crack at Rumpelstiltskin. I'll do a Scottish accent though. I was trying to do it with Daniel all fucking weekend. I couldn't fucking keep up with him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hey, I was just wondering if you have a good recipe for brains you can share with us.
Good recipe for brains?
Yeah.
There was some, in the first season of the show, I had a chef de cuisine who cooked up some brains, medulla oblongata fra diavolo or something like that. Yeah. It was actually it was the most appetizing of the brain dishes. There was potato gnocchi involved, I can tell you, that was quite delicious with a light marinara sauce.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of Once Upon a Time, and I wonder if you can tell us a fun story from the set.
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys? I mean, there's so much fun that we have on that set of Once Upon a Time. Everybody's so lovely. I'm really strapped. I'm really pressed to think of one. Every time I got to work with Bobby Carlyle. It was one time. It's not really funny. It's not really crazy. It's not zany. But I was working with Bobby Carlyle on one of the Frankenstein episodes, and I really wasn't bringing what I wanted to bring to the scene. And I said, I kept apologizing profusely. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Bobby. I'm so sorry. And he's like, David, you never fucking say you're sorry to me. You got it? I fucking get it. I get it. You're trying to fucking get there. Get there. Never fucking say you're sorry. So that's something I'll always hold dear to my heart. Bobby's the most lovely person on the planet and such a supportive actor. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, as an actor, I know that you will always have scenes that you will like to play and scenes that you do not like to play. Can you please give me an example of a scene that you would like to play and one that you don't like to play?
Eating scenes are bad. You never want to do eating scenes, and we do our fair share of eating on the set of Ice Zombie. Eating stuff that's not very appetizing most times too, because you get quite full if you got to swallow, and you often have to swallow. But yeah, I said it. Spitters or quitters, that's great. And you know, sex scenes, they're always fun, especially when you have you know, an attractive co-star. But it's you know, you want to make it as sexy as possible, and you're making out with a stranger. I mean, you know, essentially not a stranger, a friend. You know what I mean? Having a sex with a friend on camera with a bunch of sweaty boom guys around. So it's very hard to make it sexy as you want in those situations. But yeah, I don't know. Did that answer your question? Those were yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you
awesome.
very much.
Awesome.
Hello. Hello.
Hey!
A couple minutes
Sorry,
ago,
this is very pretty.
a couple minutes ago, I heard you singing. I just want to ask, did you sing Lion King?
I did see The Lion King.
Can
Yes,
you sing
that was.
Be Prepared from Scar?
Can I sing what?
Be Prepared from Scar.
Be prepared. Give me that tune.
I have.
Give me that tune. Yeah, can you sing it? If you don't even know the words, then
I know them, but I can't.
Be
sing.
prepared. How does that song go?
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I can't sing it.
Thanks.
Hakuna Matata.
Yes.
Hello. Do you have a favorite scene in the history of cinema or TV? And can you do an impression of it?
Favorite scene in the history of cinema or TV? My favorite movie of all time is Boogie Nights. It's a masterpiece. And I'm going to do a scene between Philip Seymour Hoffman and Mark Wahlberg, okay? Mark Wahlberg walks out of a party. Philip Seymour Hoffman's got a new car that he's trying to impress him with, right? Okay, Mark's like, Jesus, Scotty, what's going on? Let's go back to the party. It's like, hey, I got this car, Dirk. I just wanted to see if you like it. I thought it was a really cool car. I was like, Scotty, the car's great. Scotty, I love the fucking car. It's great. Cool, because it was like, if you didn't like the car, I was gonna take it back. Because if you didn't like it, the car's great, Scotty. It's great. So do you wanna kiss me or? No, Scotty, Jesus. That's all I got.
Do you think that Dracula will be featured in Once Upon a Time, and how would you portray him?
Dracula, Once Upon a Time. That would be fun. I don't know. I'd like a crack at it. That would be fun. It would be synergistic because I've already played Dr. Frankenstein, huh? Why wouldn't I play Dracula? I don't know.
Thank you.
what's your favorite TV show for which you spend your nights watching? And please tell me in your English accent.
I prefer the show Game of Thrones. And as much as I love him, I do a far better English accent than Peter Dinklage.
What's your favorite character from Game of Thrones?
What's that?
Your favorite character from Game of Thrones?
I'm gonna go with Dance. I'm gonna go with Tywin Lannister. And I just tweeted a picture of us yesterday, and us together. It's so apparent that I should be a fucking Lannister on that show. It's just, I'm cut from the cloth. And I can do the accent. And I'll go to Belfast and suffer the winters. I don't care. I want to be a part of that show. And I don't know how much longer I have.
Hi. If you became a zombie today after eating some brains, what would you do next in Romania?
Wait, what?
If you were to eat a brain today, what would you, and become a zombie, what would you do next in Romania?
I mean, you are here, you're not home.
Ah.
What do you do?
I eat more brains? I don't know. I don't know how to answer it. Because I don't know. It's a very confusing question. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'd eat your brain.
Thank you.
How about that? Because I wanna know what makes you tick. I want the knowledge.
I'm really crazy, you don't know.
You're really crazy? You don't know crazy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, love.
Hi, I was wondering, since you said earlier that you used to be a basketball player, you used to play a lot of basketball, I was wondering what position did you like to play, and what is your favorite team and player?
I was a point guard. I could drive and dish, I could shoot.
Handles though.
Yeah, I had crazy handles, and I was doing like Pistol Pete, I was crossing people up and doing like Pistol Pete Maravich behind the back passes when I was like 8. 8 years old. 8-year-olds don't do that. And then I stopped getting better at my favorite sport, and I was like, oh shit. And my favorite pro basketball team is the Portland Trail Blazers, because I'm an Oregon boy, and college, the Oregon Ducks are very good at basketball too. Next year we're gonna win both the football and basketball championships in college. Mark my words. I'll bet all of you guys $100. You guys want to do 100? I'll bore you. Yeah, I'll buy you all drinks. That doesn't happen. Deal.
Thank you.
Since we're on the subject,
And favorite player. Sorry, favorite player. Damian Lillard on my Portland Trail Blazers, and he follows me on Twitter, which I think is really cool. Just like Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic follows me on Twitter too. Show off. And I told the story the other day, but I celebrated his victory by Novak in Wimbledon or something. And, he followed me back, and he direct messaged me. He said, David, had no idea you were such a big tennis fan. And I was like, why did you never thought anything about me? Anyway, but yeah, I can be a fanboy too.
yeah, I just wanted to ask you, can you describe your high school self?
My high school self. He was pretty cool dude. I found it, I could walk the line between being a jock and being a drama guy, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of people, but when I first joined the drama department, people were like, what are you doing in here, jock? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about acting. And then I was like, turns out I do know something about acting. But I had a 4-year girlfriend named Madri when I was 14 to when I was 18. Just thought she was the love of my life at the time. And I had a wonderful, I had a wonderful upbringing. My family is wonderful. Very, very left-wing, liberal individuals, thank God. My family, I grew up in basically a Benetton ad. My brother's black and my sister's Vietnamese, and so there was some troubles in this tiny town in Oregon that my siblings would have, being different. Yeah, but I don't know, does that answer your question? I wouldn't trade it for the world, my upbringing and my high school experience. So.
Okay, he's gone.
Hi again. Which would be your favorite moment on set of Heroes, or maybe a favorite scene?
How about when Masi's Heroes dunking Takezo's head, his drunk head into the horse trough to wake him up, to slap him in the sun? That was pretty fun.
Okay.
And what did I say? What did Takezo say? He pulls me out of the water, and I'm like, you look just like a fish, like a carp. I said, I'm going to start calling you. And he dunks my head back, and that was pretty fun.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I wanted to ask, how does an American get so good at an English accent?
I don't know. I wish I could answer that with anything tangible, anything real. But I just have an ear for it, and I didn't. I guess I learned from all the movies and TV that I've watched throughout the years how to do it, in all accents, most accents, for that matter. I liken it to having an ear for music, for me anyway. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I just wanted to know, who is your favorite female tennis player?
Favorite what?
Female tennis player.
All-time tennis player?
No, female.
Female tennis player?
Yes.
Current? My favorite all-time is Steffi Graf, but then that's very close to Martina Navratilova. That's tough. That's tough. That's a tough one. Current, I gotta support Serena, but I don't. She's an American. She's won too much. I like how Azarenka plays. She can make less noise on the court. Well, watching a match between Sharapova and Azarenka, I was like, you gotta fucking watch that shit on mute, man. It's just. I know you want to exhale breath because it opens up your body when you swing the racket, but just go.
Okay, thank you.
I know I didn't answer your question, but that was more fun.
Hi, I have two questions. Firstly, when things get rough in this profession, what is the one thing that keeps you going and strong and inspired?
That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe my mom. I don't know. Past successes. It's tough. It is a tough business. You have to develop a immediate short-term memory loss because you get told no all the time. No, 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 no. And when I first moved to LA, I got told no so many times. I thought, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. When I was so convinced that I was supposed to be an actor, and then J.J. Abrams came floating into my life, and a 30-year-old Englishman named Julian Sark. I don't know. So. I really don't know how to answer that question. You know, personal belief, conviction, you'll get through the dark times. Because there's always going to be times in this business when you're not getting the bites and you're not getting the offers and you're not getting the roles. So you just got to keep believing. Don't stop believing. Walking down a boulevard.
So you're gonna sing "Don't Stop Me Now" from Queen. Yeah.
And what is the one thing that you would want to change in the world if you had the chance?
Justin Bieber.
Thank you.
Since you were talking about sports, I have a curiosity. Do you also watch soccer?
Nope.
Okay, that's it.
I'm American. My boy Raul on the show on iZombie tries to get me into his football, but I have my football, so we're fine.
Hello. First off, your hair looks great, so don't mess with it.
Cheers, man. Speaking of my hair, back in the World Cup, the Romanian World Cup guys, they all dyed their hair like this, right? Am I right? So I watched some soccer.
My question was, if you are asked to do a movie...
12? 10? 98. Oh, shit.
So, if you're asked to do a movie by a director who does great movies but is not widely known, and you know it's going to be a great movie, but he doesn't have a budget for acting, would you consider accepting?
It's just a personal question?
No. Maybe in 10 years or so.
10 years? Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll take a chance. If I love the script so much,
yeah.
And we get, you know, and it becomes a passion project. I just passed on something recently that I'm kind of regretting I didn't go do because the director was unproven, but they had a great cast assembled, and it was like such a short notice. Like I would have had to like prepare in like 2 days for some really heavy lifting, more English stuff. I know how to do that. Anyway, yes, in the future, if I was a month out on this project that I'm speaking of, it was a month away. They gave me, like, they offered it to me a month before. They obviously had lost who they wanted originally, right?
Yeah.
So then they came to me. But yeah, I would have done it. And it was exactly what you're talking about. It wouldn't have been a money grab. It wouldn't have been a cash grab. It would have been hard work too, because the budget wouldn't be there. But yeah, I'd fucking do it.
Okay, thanks. Well, talk.
Noted.
Question. Do you like Star Wars, and which is your favorite character if you like Star Wars?
Yeah, of course. I'm a human being. I like Star Wars. Favorite character would have to be Han Solo. Yeah, right? But this new girl, she's pretty fantastic. Because you play Ray. She's great.
So in Once Upon a Time, all the characters have sort of, they're slightly different. They have the fairyland personality and their real world personality. How do you approach that kind of difference when you do Once Upon a Time?
It's funny you say that. I got in trouble for doing a slightly English accent with Frankenstein. And my whole how I justified it was that Bobby Carlyle, his Rumpelstiltskin is so different from Mr. Gold. So I was like, oh well, Whale comes from a fucking black and white world. He can be a little different than Dr. Whale. But yeah, I mean, once I got into the clothes and all these wonderful coats and the period costumery. Yeah, it was very easy. It's just like anything else. Once you put the shoes on, kind of start floating like that person a little differently. And like Blaine on iZombie is, you know, he's got such cool duds, cool clothes. So it's hard not to be cool.
Thank you. Hi again.
I'm the worst.
Okay, so can you do a short portrayal of Blaine proposing?
Blaine proposing?
Yes.
What? No.
Please?
No. I don't know how that would go.
It has to be zombie themed.
All right, come here.
Not to me.
Come here. You can do Maria. Come here. You know, I've killed over 100 children, right? And you still love me. Will you marry me? All right. You're obviously a sociopath.
Hi.
Hi.
Think about television in the past 15 years. Is there a show in our sort of genre that you think shouldn't have been canceled? And is there a show whose success surprised you?
Shows that I've been a part of, I'm sorry.
Any show, whether you've been a part of it or not.
Oh man, there's shows that constantly surprise me in their success. Like the 2.5 Men's of the world, or the Big Bang Theories, or the yeah, there's shows that their longevity constantly shocks me. The fact that people watch, like the CSIs, the NCISs of the world that get 20 million viewers a week. I cannot even fathom like why. It's like because people can't reach the remote. It's too far. Because where I come from, CBS is #2 as the world turns, and I said no because I was convinced that I wasn't a soap opera actor. It wasn't what I was supposed to do. It wasn't gonna do. And like my managers at the time were like, "Are you fucking crazy? This is money. This is what you came down here to do. Act." It's like, not that acting. And then I went to peddling khakis at the Gap in Beverly Hills, and I was folding sweaters and folding the jean walls, really kicking myself for not taking that part. But then I got an audition for a show called Alias, and that was a better option. So I was like, oh, thank God this worked out.
So how about the other half, the ones that shouldn't have been canceled?
It shouldn't have been canceled. Oh. Alias. Although Jennifer was done. She was done. They worked her so hard on that. She was done with it. Firefly. My buddy Nathan Fillion. You don't want to watch him be a space cowboy? Come on. Of course you do. There's more. There's recently, friends of mine, my managers, the executive producer, House of Lies. It's a wonderful show from Showtime with Don Cheadle that just got canceled, sadly. I could keep going on and on. This is going to take days, you guys. Anyway, yeah.
Have you ever directed something, or have you ever given directing a thought?
Yeah, I have. That's what I always see that's where I always see myself going, is directing. And sometimes I get in trouble. I'll direct directors on set. No. But I mean, it's a collaboration at the end of the day. So I feel like, they always ask my thoughts. It's like, well, I think we should be over. And when you're not like the star of a show, when you're not like, this is not the right thing to do. But yes, I see frames all the time. I see frames in life. I'm framing you guys right now. So I absolutely, I hope to direct, but I've yet to direct. I write a bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do
Do you
Hey,
have a
buddy.
question?
Hey, you had a lot of questions, so I don't have any. I just have a request. Yeah, I heard you singing, and I'm really glad that you're such a huge Tool fan. Can you sing something from Tool from us? Yeah? Please.
Who are we to raise your finger? You must have been out your head. Eyeballs deep in muddy water. You must have been made or something like that. You must have been high. You must have been high. That's all I got. I'm such a whore for singing. I'm a singing slut.
I have one question for you. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Yes,
What
I
do you think about my cosplay of Jaime Lannister?
What? The casting of Jaime Lannister?
Yes.
What do you think I think?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, he's a very handsome person, isn't he?
What about my cosplay? I'm trying to do him.
You're doing Jaime Lannister?
Yes.
How the shit is that Jaime Lannister?
Well,
Oh, you have one hand?
yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I love your costume.
Yes, I swing my sword with the left hand.
I love it. Now let's see you sword player with the left.
I don't have my sword at me.
Okay.
But I am very good at swinging my sword with the left hand. I please myself with
You
my
call it the
left
stranger? It's the stranger? Yeah.
hand. Not really.
Sometimes I sit on my hand until it goes to sleep,
Oh, my girlfriend does that
and it
too,
feels like somebody
she sits
else.
on
It's
me.
crazy.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we're out of time. So
And on that note,
thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys so much. And please don't go because we have an award ceremony after this. But please, please give a big round of applause for Mr. David Anders.
thank you guys.